Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. So today it is Sunday, this is my last week at home and we are doing a client meetup. It's been a while since we've actually done an event or just met everyone in person, and today is just going to be good vibes. We're going to bring you behind the scenes with like the training, we're going to do execution, making sure the girls have the knowledge to train by themselves, because online coaching, it isn't personal training and you do need to know exactly what you're doing, and it's amazing to see everyone in person and to come together as well. So very, very excited. I hope you enjoy and we'll bring you along.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so we've got barbell RDL, dumbbell step up instead of, we can do that instead of glute extension. Hey, the girls are upstairs, we'll be upstairs in 2 minutes. So 1, 2, sumo deadlift, and then we need one dumbbell beside, or a kettlebell maybe beside the sumo, so we can do that as like a superset. Yeah. Today is all about going at your own pace, not about what someone else is doing, and we've matched it as well. So it's gonna be good.
My name's Lauren and I joined Fit Coach Rossi to push myself out of my comfort zone, to really challenge myself every week. So if I could describe my journey in 3 words, it would be challenging, fun, and I've learned a lot about myself. My advice to anyone sitting on the fence is just do it. It's the most rewarding experience you'll ever do for yourself.
Just after getting all the girls in, everyone is upstairs. What we're going to do is, before we start today, we're going to bring them through some major exercises that people seem to get wrong a lot, and it's very hard to explain over video and looms and stuff how to do it, and it's going to be great to be able to see people in person, really assess different body shapes, different sizes, how to like work your body mechanics to the exercise that you're given. So we're going to bring it along. We've got a glute extension, the famous one that everyone feels in the lower back. We have a tricep rope extension that can be done wrong as well. We have another cable machine, and then we've got our compound downstairs with like RDLs, hip thrusters, exercises that people don't really know how to do and then don't know how to push themselves enough on it. So we're going to get straight in, bring everyone through. A lot of giddy faces in the audience today. We have a lot of funny faces going on. So we're going to get straight in, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Alright, we're going to get straight in. What we're going to do today is we're going to partner you up with someone, and we have 4 stations today. So we've got upper body, back and biceps, we've got legs, quads, another leg station, glutes and hamstrings, and then we have a shoulder station as well, okay? So you'll be working with your 2. If you want to load on, perfect. If you want to take them off, please do. If you're not used to barbells, don't use the barbells. No one is here to hurt their back or anything like that. And we're going to be going around showing you this is where you need to be squeezing, this is where you need to be feeling it, like really making sure it's in detail today. So first of all, we'll get everyone up. So first group, who are we with?
So we have Karen Cosgrove and Grace McConnell, Katrina, and we have Michelle.
We didn't put you with whoever you came.
Yeah, today is for mingling with new people. We have Nicole Montage, yeah, and Kira Dotterton.
No, so we'll do Quiva and Victoria. Anyone that's on the silver package, I know there's only a few girls here that are doing the home classes. This is going to be really good for you girls too to learn. This exercise here is like everyone feels it in the wrong places. There's so many girls that just say, feel it in the lower back, don't feel it at all. Can you take that out of my plan? It's going to be quite hard to listen up, so just huddle in, move in so that you can see. First up, the main thing, I'm going to demonstrate, Jade's going to walk you through it, but like the main thing that you are looking at with the glute extension is that you're not coming back too far and that you can actually hinge your hips over. So if you can't hinge your hips over that, you're not going to be able to get the stretch. And if you're arching back like that, you're just going to hurt your lower back, and you can really, really injure yourself on this if you're not doing it right. But when you do it right, this is a game changer, all right?
So when you get in, you want to place your feet onto the platforms. The pads should be leaning somewhere between your shin and ankle when you get in. When you actually get in, you want to make sure that you have the pad literally just underneath on top of the pelvic area. So just before it goes onto our hip bone, that's where it's leaning. So when you're driving over, so here we do a breath over, you want to make sure that those hips are extending over the pad. So you can see her hips are actually coming over the pad here. She's actually getting down, she's getting depth. And if Kira is using a dumbbell or a plate, she's actually going to get down and get a rep done as well, yeah? So drive up, we're going to do a rep, perfect. So she has her scapula turned over, nice curl on the upper back, her chin is tucked into her chest, she's looking down at the shoelaces, and you can instantly see that that rep is just going into those glutes and hamstrings there. Now, if she was to be doing this wrong and she's going for spinal flexion, she's coming all the way up, she's pinching into that pelvic floor, lower back.
Please don't do this. It really pisses me when you send over videos and you see when someone's in the gym, I'm like,
Yes.
I actually think a girl seen me the other day looking, I was like,
It's self-enjoying.
swinging back like this.
You're not working anything, you're literally pressing your pelvic, you're pressing your spinal cord together basically. Spinal flexion is going on here, so you're just bringing it back. What you want to do is make sure that you stay nice and tight. If you're using a plate, if you're using a bar, if you're using dumbbells, you're getting that contraction right in to the glutes and hamstrings. Now, with this one, if you want to go more hamstring focused, you can really press those knees in towards the pad when you're coming up to do the rep. Slightly turning the big toe out, drive up, really squeeze. You can instantly see that's gone straight into our hamstring as opposed to our glutes. So hamstring, toes are out, knees are pressed into the pad. Glute dominant, you're going toes straight ahead, you're driving up, and big squeeze on the glutes then when she comes up to the top, and that's perfect.
Sometimes you will have a little twisty thing at the side. Don't panic if it doesn't pull out. You need to twist this side as well as that side, because I know when you're in the gym, some people are like, it's not moving. You have to just twist it sometimes or give it a little bit of a pull. And for example, if this was too high and I just got on, I can't get over. Look, that's like literally coming up to my chest here, and you can't get that stretch. It's actually hurting my back doing that straight away there, right at the end. Whereas when you're coming up and that's lower, it's literally all glute. But if you aren't feeling it, like you need to really like think about squeezing your bum. It's not meant to look nice going over back and forward. No, squeezing the bum like your bum is meant to look ugly down. Yeah. It has to look like that. It's not meant to be like stretch and pull. It's like, no, she's not squeezing her. That's a joke. Right, so that's the glute extension. Next up is leg press behind us here. You don't need to go crazy heavy. It's going to be more about volume. It's all going to be like 12 to 15, 15 to 20 reps. But if your partner is like used to lifting weights and pushing, stack on if you do want to push a little bit harder. All right, so same thing coming into this machine here. I'll sit down, Jed's going to explain, but I just want you to have a little look. So see down here, there's like a little adjustment that you can pull up and down. If you want the machine to be slightly more back, if you're taller, I would bring it back a little bit more. If not, and you're going more quads, bring the seat up a little bit more. Okay, and this machine you need to be very careful on as well with your knees. You're not locking your legs out and wrecking your knees, because if that gets heavy and you're doing your form wrong, like you can, I'm sure if anyone has seen it, people's knees like totally dislocating on that. Yeah, like really badly.
So when Kira gets in, main thing, any machine in your gym that has handles on it, if you're sitting in the seat, make sure you are using them handles. That is for your strength. That is going to give you more explosive power when you're doing reps. It's going to allow you to actually train to failure more. If you are locking in and pulling into them handles and bracing, you're going to be working a lot more than just your glutes or just your legs when you're doing a leg press. Alright, so first things first, get in, touch the handles. Second thing, we're going to push up with the legs. So Kira's going to put her legs nice and high on the platform. So glute, we're going to go nice and high. Toes are coming out nice and wide, glutes and hamstrings here. She's going to push out. Perfect. She's going to bring that safety handle back. This machine has two. Some machines might have one. So she's going to now drive down. We're going to go knees nice and deep, nice and wide, and big drive forward. That's one. Well done. So if we have quad day, you might have a leg press on your quad day as well. every gym that we're all in, we're all using different gyms at the end of the day. We all probably have a leg press, we all probably have 2 leg days. One is glutes and hamstrings, one is quad. So you need to differentiate what way your knee and your toe placement is on those days, all right? So quads, we're gonna bring the feet a little bit more narrow and a little bit closer. So these safety pins that are on the platform here, Kira has her toes in line with them. That means it's nice and narrow. That rep is directly going to be going into the quads. So she's using the handles, she's going to push up, safety pins in place. She's going to drive down nice and slow. Remember in our tempo, 3, 2, 1, big push, drive, and breathe out. Well done. Okay, so that is our leg press. I went very sciencey on that, but anyway, if you have any questions about the difference between glutes, quads, now is definitely your time.
So sorry, in my gym that I go to in Flight Fit,
Yeah.
they don't. I haven't seen this one, but they
Right.
have kind of the one that you push out.
Yes.
So what's the difference between the two?
Straight ahead.
Yeah.
So that's a pivot press. So basically you'll have high presses, you'll have wide presses, you'll have lower press, and you'll have straight ahead. So if you are still going to be able to target those muscle groups, you're just working it from a different angle.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just working it from a different angle. So you're going straight out with the same technique. You're going to use the same technique on any press and at any angle and any variation. You're predominantly working the same muscle group. So it's just about kind of getting yourself used to either being high or either being low.
Okay.
And the more experience that you get, obviously on your journey and with weightlifting as well, you are going to use different machines in the future and they will feel different. So it's just about kind of knowing, right, okay, what am I doing here? Leg presses is straight out. What am I doing? Glutes and hamstrings. I'm still going to put my feet wide on that platform.
Okay.
You know?
When I come down, if my bum starts lifting and tucking under, I've gone too far. So that's what Jade means about locking yourself in. So I'm coming down for 3, 2, 1, and then I'm driving, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Same thing, 3, 2, 1. If the bum starts lifting and tucking under here, I've gone too far. All right, that's just your joint, that's just the way your body is kind of made that you can't come down that far. The first thing you want to do, so say, pretend this is a wide bar. Your shoulders are pinned down straight away. I'm sitting in, she's going to bring her feet to the safety pad here, and your legs, they feel like they're locked in there. Yeah, perfect. All right, so Kira feels like she's locked in. She has the pad secured, so that means there is no space between her leg, her glute, and when she's going to drive that rep. She's not going to be swinging out of the seat, she's going to work her that, all right? So she's locked in, we're going to drive her elbows down, squeeze at the back. So with the elbow placement, you can see she's after driving, the rear delts are activated. She's driving up, okay? When she comes up, she's stopping here. There's no shrug of the shoulder placement. It's not coming out of the socket. She's not leaning forward, ready to drag it down, swinging the body. She's strong, she's pulling down. That contraction is going directly into that lat muscle there, all right? So we're driving up, we're going to drive the elbows down again. What I always think of with driving, on any pull movement, I'm driving my elbow to my back pocket. Is if I have a hoodie on, I want to drive it with force down to here. So think like you've got a basic hoodie on, that's where your pocket is going to be. Try and drive it to there. We're going to work your lats, right? So chest is nice and high. She's not rounding forward, just staying nice and high, nice and controlled. She's driving out. You can see that shoulder stopping directly there. Down again, big squeeze, and release. That's perfect. We're going to do this for one of your exercises for back. So rear delt fly, we don't have the machine here, but you know the rear delt fly like that? You're sitting on the chair and you're pulling back like that. That machine there, if you haven't got that, you can do this if you prefer that. Pec fly is starting here. So rear delt fly starts here, pec fly starts here. Okay, pec fly, you're coming here and you're stretching back. If you go any further than that, you've gone way too far. Okay, so start up your attachments here, but rear delt fly, we're going to do this each day. So we're going to literally cross them over. So you'll do this for back. So you'll cross one hand here, take the other hand here. That's probably a little bit heavy, and they're in line here. So you're standing here. There has to be a resistance. If you're too far in, you have to step back. Okay, so like the machine, you're sitting here. What you're going to do is slight bend, and that's heavy. Probably have to go lighter with that. Stretch and stretch. Okay. No need to come any further with a rear delt fly. You don't need to come all the way back here. You just literally need to go here and then back in. Tricep rope extensions and that's it. Yeah. Your favourite?
I used to kill Jade at the gym with these things.
It's actually back to me. Couldn't do one for like 3 years or so. No, it took me about a year to learn how to do it. I was like, can't do this. She's like, your elbow needs to be in. I was like, all right, sorry. So triceps, one of the smallest little twinky muscles that we have. One of the hardest to get strong and to train, all right? But you do not need to go for strength with those reps. It's literally volume on as little weight. You can add as much volume and frequency over time. It's gonna get strong, all right? So with this one,
Don't do it this way. You will be doing it this way. So you've gone that way. Can you see me this way?
yes, okay, perfect. So first point here, standing position. She has her feet shoulder width apart, her hips are pushed back. So drive up, perfect. Driving down for me. Now we're gonna do it wrong. So let's drive up, flare those elbows all the way up, swing it down. Doesn't matter. Finish the session, it's all good. It's fun. No.
I'm shit to train anyway.
It's just, yeah, exactly. This is so boring. But then you're going to cry in a few weeks because we're like, right, what am I doing here? So in, nice and tight, drive down, squeeze. Perfect. That is exactly how you do your tricep extension. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or complicated. Keep the elbows pinned in at your rib cage. Drive, squeeze, and release. And can you feel that already?
Yeah.
And what she have it on? Has on like, well, it's called
10 or something.
Is it?
So it's actually alright.
Grand. So if you are doing tricep, I will always say you need to be going forward in front of the body, and you will never need to be going heavy.
Yeah, it's not something that you can kind of progress with. It's more about just getting the pump, working that muscle. Right at the end when it starts burning, that's when you have to keep going.
Exactly.
So if you have 15 reps, just keep going. Go for another 10 until you're like, oh, that made me feel like weird. We're gonna come around, show you everything.
Yeah.
Let's go downstairs, let's stretch, let's put music on, do a session.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go through what we're doing as well. I want everyone, as much as it is like an exercise execution day, I do want everyone to push their partner.
Yes.
Right? We want to be sore tomorrow, we want to feel good, we want to start the week off. If it feels too light, go heavier. Same thing with warm-up sets. I know a few of the girls that are so much stronger now, but sometimes you're afraid to go for it. Sometimes you're afraid to say, do you know what, I'll put this upper back. All right, no, actually I won't because I might not be able to do it. Who cares if it's too heavy? Sometimes I do one rep and I'm like, no, put it back, it's too heavy. And if you are new to the gym and it's like something that you haven't done before, it's hard to kind of suss out what weights and stuff to use. So don't feel like it is. It's hard to be like, what will I do? Where will I start?
Yeah.
And anyone that has only joined the gym, like, I'm sure you're learning a lot. Even exercises here like this, maybe you were doing different ones. So let's get straight in. If anyone wants to grab their water wrap, we'll go downstairs, do a warm up, and everyone at their own pace today. All right? We're just coming to the end of the YouTube now. I really hope that you can kind of see behind the scenes how well these girls don't all mingle together. None of them even know each other, and the vibes and what we kind of have created as a community here at Fit Coach Rossi is just so special. And days like today really make me, they just make me so happy, and to see everyone coming together and just working as a team. This is like not even 10% of our clientele, and as I said, everyone came along. No one feels like they're left out. You know what, sometimes it's not about the program or what you're doing, it's about the support system that you have. Well, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you.